Niwa, mihi kauna kia hoi. Hiwa hai o kona I tēnei wāhi te manga tū. I whakaaro au, me tahi o nā whakaaro I pāne ki te whakapapa I nānahi. Ara ko te hura ko atu a aunty Katie Mitzi Mitzi. E roti I tēnā. I whakaaro au tēnā. Hea, tōku nei mahi I tēnei wā, he mahi whakapapa, he mahi whāna. E pāne ki tēnā, engari. E roto I a mātou korowai he mihi. Tēnei kia koutou katoa te whānau. Nā reira anei te pātai ki au nei. Hei tīmata tēni tō tātou hui. E roto I tēnā. Ka tira. Me no I tātou. He hono rekorori ki te atua. Mo tāna maungaro o ki te whenua. He whakaaro pai ki nā tāngata katoa. He whakamoni titi a tāna mātou ki a koe iho. Ngā mana ki tangi e hoa mai e koe ki a mātou. Ngā hoki e whakamana mai a mātou e no e koe whakatāko tōri atu I te warawaro. I e nei rā. Ko hori ahi nei tāno mai ki tēnei rā. Ngā korori ki te ingoa tapu. Hei mua koe I a mātou iho. Hei tohu tohu I a mātou mahi katoa. Ko koe anō hoki e whakakahi a mātou. Kia whakorori a koe I a mātou mahi katoa. A he mea tīmata, he mea mahi, he mea whakaoti. E roto I a koe. Kia whiwhi a hoki mātou ki te ora tonu tangi. I te mea ata whaitia nei e koe. A ihu karaiti. Anei tu mātou kai whakaore I tēnei wā kua ki te ingoa tapu. No reira, koutou mā whau e tūnga I pātai ki te atua hei manaki mai ki a mātou ki a tātou I tēnei wā. I tau nei, I rungi te rori. Whau e tū mai I roti te āhua nei a rākati kaure. A me I pēne nā kōrero e tū mai I tēnei tōku nei tā, ko Waiparani. No reire I roto I e nei whakaaro. Mā koutou mā tātou he mihi tēnei. Kia tātou katoa te whānau rā. Ka tira kia koe tangi wai. He tino mihi kia koe. E noho tonu nei. Hei whakamana mai a mātou hui. I pāne ki te whānau kiwa. Anō reira, he mihi tēnā koe tangi. Kia koutou kia tātou katoa. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Hei roti I tēnā he pounamu. No te rātai pautini e. He wai kai ai ki e. Ho te arahura I tino. Haere. No reira kia ora tātou.
A tēnā tātou. Tēnei te miha te kia koe honko I whakatūwhera a tātou hui o tēnei ahi. Hiwa kina te kuaha ki o tātou kaihanga nore kānui te mihi kia koe. Me tō tamahine, ko hoki mai nei ki o tātou marae. No reira, au mai, hoki mai. Ka huri au ki te reo tūrua. The first thing we need to look at is probably last year I spent my mahi, worked for 8 weeks down at Christchurch, and Uncle, I went to spend the day with Uncle, and then he introduced me to Ripeka. So to start where this quarter will come from, so she was wanting to know a bit more about who we are as a Kiwa Ahuroa. And my quarter to her was the only way you're going to know is you have to come back here. I can throw names at people, but then it means nothing unless you can see the whakahua of who I'm talking about. So hence the reason, the purpose of this kōrero today. But first and foremost, probably what I've looked at is I've had almost a year to think about it, Uncle. And the other thing, one of the things I've probably really had to come to understand, for me, there were key people in my journey in doing all this mahi. One of the key people I had probably was your tuakana, Uncle Iria. When I started doing this, 21 years ago, when my mother-in-law died. And we took her across through Te Arawa, and then my wife had uncles there that one uncle started from Hawaii, and then he went from generation after generation all the way down to them. The 2 days, so her tangiana became a wānau for me. And then I looked at it and said, well, I only knew my grandparents. So I went to another uncle, he goes, oh boy, I know nothing, I can only go back 400 years. And I'm going, okay, so I can only go back 30 years. So that sort of sent alarm bells in my head, thinking, well, I've got nothing to balance up. With her, I know that she can go all the way back to Hawaii. She can go all the way back to Ngā Taoirangi, because they have keepers of knowledge that can do layer after layer. But when I came to my side, onto my tamariki side, I had nothing, only my grandparents. So what it made for me is that my identity is not complete because I don't know who I am. All I know who I am is that I have a mother and I have a father. I am thankful that I have them, but then that's as far as my knowledge of who I am goes. I know that I'm tamanui, I know that I'm Akil, but I don't know how I really connected. So that began a journey in which I've been on for the last 21 years. Why 20 years? Because my daughter was 1 when I started. So for the last 3 years, I've been trying to find out exactly who I am. So for me to find out really who I am, I have to be comfortable from a start point in who I am. So my start point had to be inside this whare. And some for us, and you fellas are exactly the same as me. Okay, like I say, with my mother, she's very staunch, but she's always reminded us that we have a father. So mum comes from that side, that war there, and then straight to him. But she's always reminded us that, don't forget, kawe waraware, ki te taho tō pāpā, that you are not just Ngāriki Kaiputahi, you are also wāhia. So that answers my questions. Who am I as wāhia here at Mangatu? I don't know that. So I have to find out who wāhia was. So to find out who he was, I sort of started right back at Poraurangi. So from Poraurangi, who married Hamotarangi, we came down quite a few generations to Iwipupu. We know that Iwipupu, she married Tamatea Pōkai Whenua, who came down from up north. And from there, they beget that relation. They beget a son named Kahungunu. And Kahungunu, as we all know, he had more than one wife, but his very last wife is where our history really starts, and that was through his marriage to Rongamai Wahine. And from there, they beget, and I'll say 2 daughters. The first daughter was Tauhekuri, and so Waihotera, we'll leave her for the time being, but his other daughter, who is significant in our whakapapa and in my children's whakapapa, is Rongamai Papa. Now Rongamai Papa, who was she? She was 14, maybe 15, I think, Uncle, when she was the last wife of Ruapani before he died. So why is she so significant to Evelyn's side is because she married a Te Arawa chief. How did she marry him? Well, there was a Te Arawa chief, his name was Rangitihi. They say that over in Te Arawa, all the tribes, all the hapu of Te Arawa come off one of the 8 beats of Rangitihi. Who was Rangitihi? He was the nemesis of Ruapani. Who was Ruapani? Ruapani was all the chiefly lines of Turanganui descended upon him. So we know that that Ruapani was the paramount chief, with the lines of the Ariki and the lines of power descended upon him. But his nemesis was Rangitihi. His last, and him and Kahungunu throughout the years, they were swapping daughters with one another and marrying them. So Rangitihi was also a person that battled with him. So when Ruapani died, I was told the age was between 15 and 13. She was 15 or between that year group. That's how old she was when Ruapani died. Rangitihi came over and he brought with him one of the 8 beats. And the 8 beat one of the beats he brought over with him was his son named Tuhaurangi. And when he came over, rongo mai papa, she had eyes for Tuhaurangi. So she fell in love with Tuhaurangi, so it was decided, well, she wasn't going to marry Rangitihi because he was in his 60s. Ruapani would have been in his 60s when he died, so was Rangitihi. And he was ugly as sin, he had buck teeth. So why would a 13 to 15-year-old marry an old fellow in his mid to late 60s? He's probably had no teeth and he was battle scarred. So she made the right choice by marrying Tuhaurangi. So when they got back over there, over Te Aroa, they begat a son named Unuku Kōpaku. So when you go into Te Aroa, when you come past Hell's Gate, you hang a left, that first marae you hit before the airport on the right is Ruamata. That is the hapu of that marae is Unuku Kōpaku. That's the name of the whare tipuna. So there is our connection. And from there, from Unuku Kōpaku, we come all the way down to Ngāti, to Te Rorotarangi, which they reside at Hinamore Point, down on the lakefront at Tangai. Why are they significant? Because they're the tipuna of Hinamore. So Te Rorotarangi, from Te Rorotarangi you come down to Hinamore. Hinamore, as we know, married the son of, she married Tutanekai, and then they begat, they come all the way down to Eve. So that's my connection to Te Aroa. So we go all the way back up there to Tauhekuri. Now Tauhekuri, she was gifted, there was a battle, and the battle was a fellow named Tutamure from Te Whakatohea. He had a half-brother named Tamatai Pūnoa. Tamatai Pūnoa he was the son of, he was the son of Ahukawa. So his father was a Te Aroa slave. His mother was Haneni Pounamu. He came down, so they had a sister, and her husband, she was always being looked after, and she had a lazy husband. So she was always going, wanting to go out hunting, wanting to make her own gardens, and she was always putting down her husband. Her husband got sick of that, and he ordered somebody to have her killed. The brothers Tutamare and Tamatai Pūna, Tutamare found out, and he chased them all the way down to Maunga Kahia on Te Mahi. And from there he laid siege to the pa of Kahungunu. Kahungunu asks, who is this that has laid siege to my pa? And Tutamare, he was given the name by Kahungunu. Yep, because Kahungunu, he went and started hoeing into the fish, as his brother was casting in the net, and his brother smacked him across the face with the snapper and said, I will name your son. It was actually his grandson that he named, it was Tutamu. So from there, they said, what will happen is that I'm going to gift you my daughter to settle the peace. And the daughter he gifted was Tauhekuri. Now there are many kōrero that I got, but my prime reference that I get all my kōrero was from Uncle Rutene. So he said that Tamatai Pūnoa sat there, Tutamare sat there, and Tauhekuri come out because she didn't know what he looked like. So she kept on going to the young handsome one, because Tutamare reckoned, people said, yeah, he was given that name of the snapper because his face, he looked like a snapper. So he was another one that probably was ugly as sin. So he came over here, so she kept on going to Tamatai Pūnoa, he kept on kicking her to Tutamare. But in the end, he said to his younger brother, take her as your wife, but never return back up to Te Whakatohea. So from that, they begat two sons. The first son was Te Whiwhi, and the second born son was Mahaki. And then from Mahaki, there's a couple of kōrero I got from Uncle. One is that he eloped with somebody else's wife, just like his grandfather. Just in the genes, going stealing somebody else's wives. So he went up to Uawa, and from there into Pawerawera, which is just before you start climbing up Te Otoko Hill to where his sister was. And then from there they begat, his firstborn son was Te Rangi Nui a Ihu. And Te Rangi Nui a Ihu, he married Te Nonoi Kura, and from there they begat a son named Te Rangi Nono Araki. And Te Rangi Nono Araki, he begat a son named Wahia. So Wahia, he got his name from, his mother was dying. So what they said they cut Wahia te tamaiti. So cut her open and pull the child out. So they cut her open, they pulled the child out, and the child was Wahia. So when you hear the kōrero Wahia te tamaiti, pull the child out of her before she dies. So he married Wharawhara ki te rangi, and from Wharawhara ki te rangi, that is where we get our Ngāriki Rato Awe whakapapa from. It's from her. She was Ngāriki. That's on our wāhia side. Okay, so we go back, Waiho Tera, we go back to Tarangi Nono Ariki. Now he had a younger brother named Taupara. Taupara resides down at Takipu, so cousin Bub over there, she's whānau Taupara through Uncle Sonny, through her ruru line. Wāhia, he was killed in battle with his father, Tarangi Nono Ariki. So all of his children were brought up by Taupara. Yeah, me and Uncle Ruru were sort of debating this, but in our view, I've come to the conclusion that we come off Te Paito, who's one of the children of Wāhia, and our line stays mainly here at Mangatu. Okay, so you have one of his other children is at Rongopai, and then another one is at Rangatira, and another one is at Wahiriri. But in reference to tuakana of Mahaki, Wāhia is the tuakana line. Because the oldest son was Ihu, his oldest son was Tarangi Nono Ariki, whose oldest son was Wāhia. So from Wāhia, from Te Paito, we come all the way down to a fellow by the name of Te Koha Puru. So Te Koha Puru, he married two sisters. Now those two sisters, so Waiho Tera, those two sisters are believed to be the daughters of Wharitio. And Wharitio was believed to be the older brother of Taia. Taia is the father of Tamanu. So you have Te Mohi Mohi and Hene Turuha. Of Te Mohi Mohi, you have Hori Puru, and then you'll see him, or Tipene Puru. So he was the father of Hori, so that's Hori Puru right up on the back wall there, right up on the centre there, with the beard. Yeah, so one line you have the Puru line, and the other line you have the Ahuroa. So you have to remember that the Puru line is the bloodline that belongs to Mangatu. Ahuroa doesn't. The ingoa Ahuroa does not belong to Mangatu. So Te Koha, he married Te Mohi Mohi. From Te Mohi Mohi they beget. They come down to Hone Ahuroa. You look at Hone Ahuroa, he's the one to the left hand side of Hori Puru, the one with the bow tie. His wife was a woman by the name of Pirihiri Nehu Nehu. From there they begat a daughter, and their daughter was Rawini Ahuroa, and that's her right to the left there with the feather on her hair. And she married the gentleman to her right with his hand in his cardigan. His name was Hone Kewa. So Hone Kewa, the Kewa name, that's when the Kewa name came into Mangatu, because the Kewa name also does not belong to Mangatu. So what we have to remember is that we are Puru. We are Puru by blood. So our Wāhia line is Puru, is the Puru line. It's not Kewa and it's not Ahuroa. I don't know where the Ahuroa name comes from. All I know is what my Uncle Rutene gave me, and that's that we are Puru by blood. You may be, one line took an Ahuroa, the other line took the Puru. So Waiho Tera, Aoki mai ki a Tipene Puru. So you have a look, there is come right down the bottom of the back wall there, you'll see a big dark brown frame photo with a silver lining inside it. Yep, so that's Wipere. That's yeah. So Wipere was Wāhia. Wipere was Wāhia from Rongopai. But the only way Wipere could get into Mangatu was through his Wāhia whakapapa. But you go on his left, there's an oval photo, and then there's another light brown frame photo with a woman, long hair. Okay, so her name is Kenu Puru. Kenu Puru, her first, her tāne was Paku Kākere. And you'll see in that photo, there's a photo there, and I always take, whenever a Kiwa passes away, I always grab that photo, because I remember Uncle Whare, would be 15, 18 years ago, Uncle, you showed me that photo, always used to come back and remember the names on that photo. All of those people in that photo are key to who we are as our Kiwa Ahuroa whānau. So in that photo there, sitting down in the front there, there's a Pāke looking fellow with a dog. His name is Paku Kākere. So he had a relationship with Kenu Puru. And then from that relationship, they begat a daughter named Kāpaku. Yeah. So Kāpaku, she married Tuck Rogers. And then they begat Aunty Jean. So that's our Aunty Jean. So that house down the bottom, so Aunty Jean was, Kāpaku, she was brought up by Katehana, the first day of Katehana Pineha and Te Rato Kiwa. So you'll find them in that photo. You'll find Te Rato in that photo. You'll find Hoira in that photo. Hoira Te Whakamiha and Te Rato are both in that photo. So who are they? They were so if we hoki mai ki a rawingia, aroha mai whānau, but it's pretty, I can come straight down to one line, but then I've got to keep going, I've got to branch out a bit, just to give my understanding of it. So we go back to hoki mai ki a rawingia rawa ko hone, so they had 3 daughters, no, aroha mai, 3 sons and 1 daughter. The sons were Te Rato, who married Katehana Pineha, kaore ngā uri. They had no uri. Hoira Whakamiha, he had no uri. And the last was Whare Herehere, and he married Te Raute Kākere. And the only sister they had, the only daughter they had was Pūpaku. And you'll see her Pūpaku's in between your fella's grandmother and Eretoro. So Pūpaku, she begat, or she had no uri, but she had a lot of whāngai. And one of her whāngai was Koro Bill Bartlett, and Koro Bill Bartlett, he begat Uncle Sam. And Uncle Sam, he married Aunty Binny, and this is the Bartletts from Te Karaka. And so last but not least, we come all the way down to Whare Herehere, like you see, he married Te Raute Kākere. Now, from what I get from Uncle again, their marriage, her hapu, her iwi were not, they did not sanction the relationship. They were totally against it. So she wasn't. Was she destined to marry somebody else?
Yes, she was.
Yeah. So she wasn't meant to marry Koro Whare. So from there, that's when we have, the oldest. They had the 8 daughters and the son. So that's the son there on the left hand side of them. That's Te Onehau. So he died at that day. So ka hoki mai ki te rā taumaha. So if you have a look, up where Rawingia is, you have Mahana Ahurua. To his left, you have Rutene Ahurua. So Rutene Ahurua and Pomori Puru, they were sent across and they were in prison on the Chathams. So they were there well before Te Kooti. So when they returned on a rifleman with Te Kooti, and so Hori Puru was the first person to bring the hāhiringa in here to Manatu. So when all of these fellas here died, over here you have